The first thing I think students have trouble adjusting to in college is making healthy choices when it comes to food. Um, I think that when students go to eat, the first thing that they have when you walk in the door is like hamburgers and pizza and things like that. And those things are great, every once in a while, but you want to stick to eating on a more healthy diet because it's going to make you feel better throughout the day. Um, and it's going to make you also want to make other healthy choices, like being more physically active because you'll have the energy to do it. Um, when you eat hamburgers and stuff like that on a daily basis, day in and day out, it's going to slow you down. It slows your metabolism down, which isn't good either. You want to stick to eating more healthy greens like salads, vegetables, and you want to also invest in more complex carbohydrates. The second thing I think college students have trouble adjusting to is money management. The reason I think this is because since coming to Southern, I see people who have an uncanny ability to blow through money. Um, and I don't really understand it because I see people who order fast food quite often during the week, if not every single day, and it doesn't really make any sense when you have a con cart and you can go make a healthy meal there. And when people realize that they don't have money anymore, uh, they don't have money for the essentials like doing laundry so that you're not dirty throughout the week. I know personally I can't stand that feeling. So I think the best thing you could possibly do would be to understand how much money you have and give yourself an allowance of how much you can spend per week. I think that makes a lot more sense than just going through it all in a couple of weeks. The third thing I think college students have trouble with is making new friends. I know personally that's a difficult thing, but I've gotten better at it since going to Millbrook because when I went there, I also went to a new school. And I think the thing that worked best for me was just being observant and looking at what people like to do and trying to immerse yourself in those activities. Of course, you probably would have to enjoy it, but the one thing that I noticed is that a lot of people on my floor like to play video games, and I'm a huge fan of FIFA, so that might be something I might have in common with somebody. I also know that you can ask people if you can join a fantasy football league. I would kind of look the rules up before you do it, but it's always something fun to do with people. Another thing that I would do is try to find people who like to do outdoor activities if you're into that. I know I became a huge fan of ultimate frisbee, and I know a lot of people at Southern enjoy to do that. Um, and the third thing would be to look for people who come back to the dorm in like running clothes or gym clothes and ask them if you can go to the gym with them. I really like going to the gym. I'll go by myself, but I always really like having a partner when I go, somebody to spot me, which is really nice. The fourth thing I think college students have trouble with adjusting to is how to study for exams. Exams can go one of two ways. It can either go really well or really bad, and it all depends on how much time and effort you put into them. At Millbrook, I had been acclimated to using a reading day because they gave us one designated before our finals, and on that day, we would study pretty much all day. it was mandatory, and we would also have review sessions throughout the day. I know Southern doesn't have review sessions that the school provides you, but it helps a lot to go to have a review session. So it would be in your best interest probably to, if you need help, of course, to go to your professor and tell them that you need extra time, and I'm sure they wouldn't mind helping you.